And it's great to be here amongst this audience in the beautiful city of Mumbai first. How are you going to do as many conclaves if there were elections that were happening once in 5 years? So I think India today should first be the torch bearer of no against one nation, one election. But all jokes aside, there are hot air balloons that this government keeps floating. These are weapons of mass distraction. The BJP needs 362 votes in the Lok Sabha. And ladies and gentlemen, they've got 293 favoring this. This ain't happening. This is a weapon of mass distraction. This is a hot air balloon that has been floated, and it will die its eventual death, much like the broadcast bill, much like lateral entry, much like the Waqf board, much like many other U-turns that the government could not push through, that could not go through. I am fundamentally against this for two reasons. This is a direct assault, a direct attack on the basic fundamental structure of our constitution, and it demeans the states of the Indian Union. The reality is that every state government is democratically elected by the people, and nobody in the central government or anywhere has the authority to dismiss them at will because you want them to merge with one election. Even if I were to assume that this goes through, in 2029, there will be 17 states in the Indian government union which will have completed only 2 or maximum 3 years of their term. What about the mandate there? And quite frankly, the 18,626 pages of recommendations are quite ridiculous, if I may. It actually says that if a state government falls, there should be an election, but that election will be only for the period of the Lok Sabha. So there will not be one, but there will be 3 elections. That's the first point. And I obviously have a fundamental issue with the composition of that committee and how a former president was appointed. But that said, do you find it ridiculous when it is said, and I leave this to the judgment of your viewers and your audience here, do you find it ridiculous when politicians come out and say, काम रुक जाता है, 4 साल 11 महीने वो ब्राइट आइडिया नहीं याद आया, वो ब्राइट आइडिया लास्ट के 1 महीने में चुनाव के दिन याद आते हैं. So this is absolute filibustering. This is an assault on the constitution of this country. This is an assault on the federal structure, and this ain't going through. It's quite as simple as that. The numbers 362 versus 293. And if I may, with all due respect, I'm very fond of both the gentlemen sitting on my left, but you needed 2 spokespersons of the BJP to defend this? That explains a lot of that.